Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary pals alike, welcome to DCA Takedown. This is episode 231 as we are on the road to Revelations 10, the final barrage. It's been a little bit, but we're back, folks. D-Wall here with you on commentary, and what a night we have for you as we continue, as I said, the road to Revelations 10. The biggest revelations perhaps of all time. We have a lot of exciting matches planned for you that I will be going through here over the course of this episode, as well as giving you the rundown of the current lineup for Revelations 10 coming up next month, hopefully. But right now we are getting into some action as Jeremy Barnett makes his way out to the ring for this opening contest, and it's a very interesting story about how this match took place, how this match got set up. It was Jeremy Barnett who requested this match. He wanted to get his hands on Tyson Jax after what happened to Randall James. Jeremy obviously sees a little bit of respect for Randall James. Don't know how far that respect goes, but in any event, he wants to stick up for Randall and for the little guy, I guess you could put it. But he's going up against the final kaiju, Tyson Jax. War paint and all. And of course, he's accompanied by his longtime manager and business associate, Brian McAvelli. And these two were responsible for attacking and putting Randall James on the shelf at Gateway to Heaven. And we have not seen Randall or Bronson since then. In fact, it was on the last episode of Takedown where Brian admitted to that crime, if you will, and pretty much told Bronson, we did you a favor getting rid of Randall James. He was holding you back. He was holding your career back, and we did you a favor. But we have not seen Bronson since that attack on Randall, and you have to wonder what he's thinking right now as we're about to see Tyson's return to a DCA ring against Jeremy Barnett. And this is going to be a hoss fight if I've ever told you about a hoss fight before. Two big bulls going at it here to kick off Takedown. Again, thank you guys, girls, and non-binary pals alike. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight for Takedown. If you do want to support us, go ahead and hit that like button as Jeremy Barnett hit his boot against Tyson's face. Tyson coming back with a shoulder tackle. But again, hit the like button if you would. It would really help us out a lot. Helps us out getting into the recommended here on YouTube. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. We are closing in on 1,600 subscribers, and it wouldn't be possible without all of your support throughout these last nearly 13 years of DCA. So thank you everyone as we see Tyson Jax going to work on Barnett. Also tonight, wait a minute, scoop slam. Also tonight, we're going to have another qualifying match for the ladder match for the tag titles at Revelations. We're going to see the Cash Money Hooligans and the Punk Movement in tag team action tonight. We're also going to see what should be a hell of a singles contest between Andre Barnett and Takeru Yukimura later on. A tag team match that was made official. The Tradition, two members of the Tradition, we don't know who, But 2 members of the tradition will take on Billy Edmonds and JT Onyx. And our main event tonight, 4 of the men who will be in the Devil's 30-30 for the Celestial title at Revelations will be in action tonight. Steven Zane, Luka Khan, Jeremy Paisley, and Jiraiya Raju. That's a snap suplex by Tyson. And you know all of those men are going to be looking for momentum heading into that big Celestial title match. And we will also hear from Arkan after his despicable and controversial comments on the last episode of Takedown towards Zach Stone, who we have not heard from since that match, or since those words, I should say. But we do know that Zach has agreed to the terms that James Dark proposed. He will put his Revelation streak on the line at Revelations, and he will put up that guaranteed VW World title match that he won at Prestige 4. He will put that on the line, all of it, for one more match with James Dark at Revelations. And now Tyson gets caught with a back body drop. And a boot right to the face. And now, off the ropes, but gets caught with a boss man slam. And now, going to work on Jeremy. This is that ruthlessness that Tyson Jax has been known for throughout his career here in DCA. He's been here a number of times before, and he's put a lot of men down. And now, oh my goodness! Running choke slam, and oh no. Military press into the spine buster. And at this point, Tyson's just trying to send a message. And a big lariat. That had to be just an insult to injury to Jeremy. With that lariat. And another one. And now, Saito suplex. And Brian giving instructions on the outside of the ring. Oh, and Barnett's back up. And Jeremy's going to keep fighting. He's not one to quit. And these two going back and forth. We're having ourselves a kerfuffle. We're having ourselves a little skirmish, a little brouhaha, a little Schmeckledorf, but it seems like Tyson got the better of it. These forearms right to the face, and Jeremy's stunned. But wait, Barnett. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Jeremy getting fired up here. And Tyson might be in a little trouble. Right hands. Big boot. Off the ropes. And drops the leg. Jeremy Barnett in control. He's got him up. Big power bomb. And now giving the business to Brian McAvelli, telling him he's about to beat his monster. And he very well might just do it. Going for the lariat. No. Tyson just slung him out of the way. With very little effort, too. He just pushed him aside. And now another boss man slam. And Tyson looks to be just about done with Jeremy Barnett at this point. But wait a minute, Jeremy's not done with him. Until then. And again, more right hands. I don't think Jeremy knows where he is. Obviously, as you can see, got him up. Oh, no. Jeremy countered. Oh, uppercut. Caught him. Now he's got him up again into the Death Valley driver. Picked him right back up. He's not finished yet. And a big right hand. Again, this is a message being sent. He's not even content with just pinning him right now. He just wants to send a message to everyone in the DCA locker room. And you gotta think this man, Tyson Jax, could be one of the men in that Takedown Battle Royal coming up at Revelations 10, where the winner, I know I haven't talked about it as much as I should because it's a very important match, but the winner of that match will earn a DCA World title shot on June 1st at the anniversary show. So both of these men could end up in that match, especially Tyson Jax, a man who's been on an absolute tear since coming back to the company. And now Tyson looking to finish off Jeremy. I think he's done playing around. Oh my God! That boot caught him right between the eyes, and he's still not done waiting for him to get up. Tyson, oh, he's got him up. Crucifix into the Kaiju Bomb. 2, 3. You could count to 100. You could count to 200. He wasn't getting up from that. Tyson Jax, again, like I said, he sent a message tonight. That's what this match was about. It wasn't necessarily about a win or a loss, or it wasn't even necessarily about how fast he could beat Jeremy. It was about sending a message to the rest of the Takedown locker room that he's back and he's not going anywhere. Tyson Jax sending a statement, and like I said, if he's in that Takedown Battle Royal, he could be one of the favorites to get a world title shot at the anniversary show on June 1st. You can bet money on it.
Those words coming from you.
Well, Jaden Starr obviously I'm about to reference what he's talking about here in just a moment. Well, as we get set for our next contest, which is a qualifier for the ladder match, the Tag Team Championship ladder match at Revelations, where the KBC will be defending their titles in said ladder match. On the last episode of Takedown, 2 Wicked earned their way in, and now we're going to see which 2 teams are going to earn the next spot, or which team, I should say, are going to earn the next spot. And here comes former ZCW World Tag Team Champions Jay Roberts, Trevor Diaz, the Cash Money Hooligans. Trevor on the left, doing his dance. Jay Roberts on the right. These men have been mainstays in ZCW, but also mainstays in DCA. And they are looking to earn a shot at the tag team titles at Revelations. But to do that, they have to go through a very formidable team in their own right, in the Punk movement. And the Punk movement made it perfectly clear they want to go after the KBC. They want to be the ones to take the belts from them. But if the Cash Money Hooligans win this match, there won't be any point, because they won't be in that match. And here comes formerly known as Future War Cult, but they have gone back to their roots. They have gone back to where they started as the Punk movement. They said that the only way to take down kings is a movement, and they feel that they are the ones that will be the end of the KBC's reign as the World Tag Team Champions. But to get one step closer to that goal, they have to win this match tonight. They have to get into that ladder match. That's the only way that they can get a shot. Here we go, Trevor Diaz starting it off with Jesse Black. Bell rings and we are underway with this tag team match. Now, I mentioned before, I'm going to just mention this real quickly. I mentioned before what Jaden Starr said just a second ago, a few minutes ago rather. And if you saw social media, you'll know that there was a meeting a few weeks ago with the board of directors. Jaden Starr, Malik Brown, and Jaden's uncle was in attendance for that. He is a member of the board of directors, a high-ranking member, the high-ranking member of the board of directors, I should say, of DCA. And there was a decision made regarding Malik Brown's comments toward Jaden on the last Takedown episode. It was determined that Malik Brown's status as co-general manager is under review until the end of Revelations 10. So until that point, he is no longer a official on DCA, which means he can no longer make matches. He can no longer sanction anything. He is not a GM right now. Space Ghost has full control through Revelations of this brand. However, as the compromise to this, as Sid Black is in the ring, as Jay Roberts is in the ring with Jesse Black, the compromise to this, however, was that at Revelations 10, it will be, since Malik Brown is still a contracted wrestler on this roster, that contract was never done. It will be Malik Brown and Jaden Starr at Revelations 10 to settle this thing for good. All parties have agreed to this that this will hopefully settle things, because as you know, Jaden has been pestering Malik all season. He's blamed Malik for pretty much his entire season going haywire. And now, after what Malik said on the last takedown, Jaden's uncle has agreed that the best way to settle this, with other than, court proceedings and whatnot, which they don't want, is a wrestling match at Revelations. And I wholeheartedly agree. It's time to get Malik and Jaden in the ring and settle this like men. And I'm glad that, as much as I don't like some of the members of the board of directors for obvious reasons, I gotta agree with them with their decision here. This was probably the best outcome for everyone involved. As now Sid Black in the ring with Trevor Diaz. Trevor sends Sid into the ropes and a nice belly to belly. And quickly into the cover. Only a 1 count. Again, this match is to determine the second spot, or rather I should say the third spot in the 4-way ladder match at Revelations, because we already know the champs, the KBC, obviously they're in. You have 2 Wicked who qualified on the last episode. You have a match tonight, and we're gonna have one more match on the next episode. Oh, wait a minute. Stop pile driver onto Sid. As I was saying, we're gonna have one more qualifying match on the next episode of Takedown. And that will fill out the field for the match at Revelations. And if you saw social media, you'll know that the Wildcats division, their tag team division, has been in shambles as of late. But that got settled when Shazine and Lucinda pretty much made it. The same for Takedown. If the men can do it, the women can do it too. We're going to have it one more time. 4-way ladder match at Revelations 10. For the women, it will be Suplex Dynasty. Wait a minute. Oh, DDT on the apron. It'll be Sakura Hayuar and Reiko Hinamoto, the Suplex Roses, the Hated Gates, American Obsession, and MJCO, all vying for the tag titles in a ladder match at Rev 10. And that's going to be a hell of a match to determine the future of the Wildcats tag team division. 4 ladies that all want to be tag team champions, but only one will get the opportunity. Only one will climb the ladder and get that get the title shot. It's not Gateway to Heaven, but you know what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, Sid is taking it to Jay Roberts on the floor. Remember, folks, no countouts in tag matches. They can fight out there as long as they want, but the count has to be in the ring. And now, back inside the ring, Jay Roberts going after Trevor. Jay going after Jesse with a backdrop. And now Sid going after Trevor. And now going after Jay, but Jay ducked underneath of that attempt of a dive on the floor. And now, oh no, another pile driver. That's the second one that Sid's taken in this match. But I don't think the Cash Money Hooligans care too much. They just want to go to Revelations and become tag champions. But then Jay got taken off the apron, and now Sid going after Trevor and gives him the same treatment that he gave Jay earlier. But Jay's now saying, anything you can do, I can do better. You want to take out my partner? I'm about to take out your partner with a backdrop on the apron again. That is how determined these teams are to get to Revelations right here. They want it so badly to go to Revelations, to be in the big spotlight, perhaps the biggest in their careers. And look at the punk movement going at it. Sid is just showing off at this point. And now, drop kick, no, avoided. And now look at this. Jay going after the leg again. Into the cover. One. No. And this has been a hell of a fight so far, but again, you want to go to Revelations, you got to show that you want it that bad. And both of these teams are showing that they want it. And now Sid with a exploder suplex in the corner. Uh-oh. Sid catching him, no, backdrop. Jay Roberts saw that coming and was able to counter. Into the corner. Oh, nope, knee up. And now he gets sent to the corner. And now look at this, Trevor talking some smack, and he's about to pay for it. Another DDT. Now back inside, Jay Roberts catching him. Irish whip, went for the spear, nobody home. And now that might have been exactly the distraction the Punk movement needed. What a right hand to the back of the head. That might have knocked him out. 1, 2, no. I thought that knocked him clean out, because that was right to the back of the temple. And somehow Jay Roberts is still in this match. Somehow he is still fighting. Drop kick. Tag made. And now another tag made. Look at this teamwork right here. Oh, wait a minute. Jay Roberts with a big knee. Caught Sid clocked. 1, 2, and no. Jesse able to break it up just in the last split second. And I mean a split second. Uh-oh. What's this? No. Counter. Irish whip. Hard into the corner. And another one. Tag made. The Punk movement now looking to end it. Neckbreaker back suplex combination. Trevor trying to get in, but Sid able to counter it, but no! Jay Roberts still kicks out. That is a shocker right there. And things have started to break down here between these two teams. But again, with Revelations on the line, that's not a shocking development at all. Oh, went for a splash and didn't get all of it. Pele onto Trevor. Sid with an elbow. Oh, wait a minute. Jay caught him. But now Jesse with a roll up. He didn't see it coming. 1, 2. No. Jay reversing it. 1, 2. No. Jesse with a backslide. 1, 2. No. You hear the fans chanting tag team wrestling, and that's exactly what Takedown's delivering right here. Another roll up, trying to catch him slipping. No. Jay again with a jackknife, trying to keep his shoulders down. No. Jesse with a backslide. Again, trying to catch him off guard. 2. No. And now Jesse running in. No. Sid able to catch him. Sid in the rebound position with a fireman's carry. No. Jesse with the elbows to that already opened up wound on the head of Jay Roberts. Trevor, gets a knee up on the Jesse, but Jesse knocks Trevor off anyway. And now, Exploder in the corner. He's hit that a number of times tonight. Or rather, Jay's gotten hit with it a number of times tonight. Oh, what's this? Cross-legged Fisherman Buster. And that might do it. Referee trying to get in position. Can he get there? No. If the referee was in a little bit better position, he may have had the win right there. But it was not to be on that exchange. And you can probably blame the referee for it. Backdrop. And now, counter, no. Jay again. Clothesline. Every time Jay Roberts is trying to fight back. Uh-oh. Rocket launcher. Got him. And now the Punk movement. Neckbreaker on Trevor. Sid with the elbow. And in the steps goes Trevor. Jay's back up, but gets a missile drop kick for his trouble. And that was right on the money. Picture perfect. There's 2, and that is it. You could not hit a better missile drop kick than that. Look at this. Bam! Right in the face. That was all she wrote. And the Punk movement are moving on to Revelations, where they will potentially look to do what they said they would do.
Those words coming from you.
We are back to Takedown, and what a tag team match we just saw between the Punk movement and the Cash Money Hooligans, but it will be the Punk movement joining Too Wicked and the KBC at Revelations to potentially, like I said before the break, the Punk movement said they wanted to be the ones to take the belts from the Oh, well. We knew it was going to happen sometime tonight. But this uncaring, unfeeling, no good SOB, Arcan, is back in the building. And after what he said on the last episode of Takedown, Space Ghost had to keep both Amber Stevens, Sin, and Zach from the building tonight just in case this man was going to get jumped in the parking lot or something. Like, I can't imagine what Zach, and especially Zach and Amber, are feeling right now. Zach, for sure, but Amber, that was one of the things. It's an unspoken rule here. It's an unspoken, it's hard to explain, but that was only a few people knew about in the locker room, and was one of the reasons why Amber kind of fell off, and if you will, a few years back. And a lot of people just wanted to keep that to themselves. And this son of a bitch decided to say it out loud in front of the world with no care in the world. And now he's asking for a microphone. What is this sick son of a bitch gonna say now? Oh, what? Wait a minute. What? Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God. That's the music of Jamal Bedlam. Arcane didn't even get a chance to speak, and here comes the Savage. Now, I don't know what the meaning of this is. I mean, Arcane's made a lot of enemies. I will admit that. I'm sure he will admit that. But I don't know what this has to do with Jamal. I'm honestly confused. And maybe I shouldn't be confused. Maybe it's a little bit more simple than that. But at the same time, I really don't know what this is about. I wish I could say it. But Jamal, for some reason, is here. But why? I guess we're about to find out. Because he's here for something. Fans are happy to see him, if not for anything else, just so they don't have to hear Arcane speak anymore. And now he's asking for a microphone. He's asking to speak. What does the Savage have in mind for Arcane?
Hello, Arcane. Since you want to interrupt people with the permission of the DCA Board of Directors, I felt it was appropriate for me to interrupt you. And see, I went to the Board of Directors the other day. Funny thing, they weren't too happy to see me. Maybe because with the mood I was in after what I saw from you, I was wanting to rip one of their heads off. So I sat in their office as hostile as humanly possible until they had to call in the VW Board of Directors to protect them from what might have happened if one of them wanted to test my patience. And I got permission to do what I'm about to do. So as far as I'm concerned, you ain't getting to talk. You get to hear from me. Someone who knows a thing or two about being an asshole. Since we're on that type of time. You see, my problem with you, it's not that you have beef with Zach Stone. There's a lot of people who have beef with Zach Stone. And had that just been about that, cool. No, my problem with you was you brought up a child that was no longer here. You brought up a dead kid. For what reason? What was your point of bringing up a dead child? Something that you yourself are very fortunate to not have. But you want to use that against Zach Stone. For what reason? To prove that he's a bad person? Or he's not a clean-cut guy? You aren't one yourself, and neither am I. When do we suddenly start caring about the morality or the integrity of things? When do we start caring about that now? This is the same company that's had people get stripped inside Hell in a Cell. Same people who have witnessed some of the most just violent matches in this company's history involving two women. One of the women who tried to kill multiple people in different companies through sheer physical violence. But suddenly Zack Stone asking people to step up is a problem. I know that it sounded ridiculous to me, but I did what I could. Have I had the success in DCA that I would have liked? No. I won't lie. Yeah, I've won the Burnout, the Celestial, and Pure titles. The Burnout only lasted maybe a few days. Celestial didn't even get a chance to fully go on a run with that because Jiraiya Raju decided to do what he did. And the longest success I've had with a title in DCA was the Pure title. A title that is the very opposite of me in a sense. When do I wrestle like a pure wrestler? But all this is besides the point. You have a match at Revelations against me in a stipulation of my choice. And my choice for that match is last man standing. Because if you think for 1 second I'm going to allow this to be a normal match where the referee can have a say or stop me from beating the ever-loving shit out of you and throw out a DQ, I don't got time for that. I want you to feel the pain that is going to come to you at Revelations. I promise you one thing, and one thing, Arcane. You mentioning that child will be a mistake that will come to haunt you deep within your gut. I can bet you that. I'll see you at Revelations. Until then, know this. You are not safe anymore. And if any one of the tradition wants to try to stop me from doing what I'm going to do to you, just know they aren't safe either. No matter who is in front of me, whether it's James, Danny, Kenshin, BB Disco, I don't care who's in front of me. None of you are safe.
Well, all right then. It looks like we got another match for Revelations 10. It's going to be Arcan and Jamal Bedlam in a last man standing match. Jamal sticking up for Zach, and that's something I never thought I would say in my lifetime, but Jamal, let's be honest, he knows what it feels like to have personal family secrets just blurted out in the open by somebody. So if anybody can relate to what Zach is going through, it would be him. But that's a huge match for Revelations 10. And right now, however, we got to get back to the action as another man who's had a hell of a season and is looking to have a hell of a night at Revelations 10 is coming out to the ring to Takeru Yukimura. He's got a match lined up at Rev 10. He's going to finally face his father, Jun Yukimura, one-on-one. And Takeru says this isn't for power or fame or anything like that. This is about saving the Yukimura family, saving his father. Showing that Izunami's influence hurt and didn't help. But before he can do that, he's got to go through this man. He's got to go through Andre Barnett. And Andre Barnett, ever since he came back to DCA, he may not have the win-loss record that he would have liked to have, but regardless of that, he has been very impressive. He took Sly Cooper to the absolute limit a number of months back, and now he's looking to take a former DCA world champion to the limit. And honestly, he's got all the tools to get it done. This should be an exciting matchup. For Andre, he's in a match at Revelations as far as I'm aware of. He's in that Takedown Battle Royal for a world title shot at the 13-year anniversary. So both of these men need some momentum heading into Rev 10. But only one is going to get that. Only one person is going to get that momentum heading into the biggest night, the biggest nights of this company's history. It's going to be a battle of power versus speed here. Andre might have the slight edge in power. Takeru obviously is going to have the slight edge in the striking and speed. But don't take your eyes off of Andre Barnett either, because he's a lethal striker with his feet just as well. So both of these men know how to get it done. Big right hand. Again, both of these men, excellent strikers. They're not going to be surprised by a lot. So they're going to have to hit their best moves on each other. As now Andre goes for a quick cover and only a 1 count. This match can end in a blink of an eye with these two. That's the one thing about this match that intrigues me so much, is the fact that both of these men can end it at a moment's notice, and they know that. They're fully aware of that. Big chop and a kick. And the cover, no, not the cover, right hands. Then now the cover. Only a 1 count. Irish whip. And now Takeru ducked underneath, but gets a clothesline by Andre into the cover. 1, no. And now Andre, Irish whip. And now there's that lethal combination I talked about, those lethal kicks that I was speaking about before. Andre now, running in, but gets a boot right to the midsection. And a big clothesline. And went for a second one, but Andre ducked underneath. And now more kicks. And one to the midsection and a right hand. Andre Barnett, former DCA World Tag Team Champion here. Former Young Lions Cup winner. He's no slouch. He can definitely get it done. So don't underestimate him. I'm sure Takeru definitely doesn't underestimate him by any means. And now big backbreaker. Hell of a backbreaker. 1, 2, no. Again, like I said, this man took Sly Cooper the current Celestial Champion, to his limit for the title in an open challenge at Redline. So Andre has everything it takes to beat Takeru if he has just a moment to strike. Big DDT by Takeru. 2, no. And now it's Takeru's turn. Off the ropes, ducked underneath, and the Dragon Suplex with a bridge. 1, 2, no. Kitchen sink takes down Andre. Right hand. And now Andre again with these lethal kicks. And now a dragon screw leg whip. And now gonna try and slow Takeru down, which honestly is the smartest move he can make. Gonna work on the limbs, trying to slow Takeru down more and more, as now look at this, wrenching on the arms of the former DCA World Champion, former Tag Team Champion. Takeru, a lot of people used to call him Mr. Takedown, because he was a guy a few years back that literally just took this brand by the horns and really sent it on another level. He was on another level a few years back, and he wants to get back to that position. Let's not kid ourselves here. He wants to be back in the top spot. He wants to be back. Honestly, I would think he wants to be regarded just like his sister Akira is regarded, as one of the most prolific superstars in the history of the game. But to do that, he's got to get through the baggage that he's currently sitting on. He's got to get through those family issues that have plagued him for so long. And honestly, I could say the same thing about Akira. However, that's more personal demons than family demons. There's a German suplex bridge. 2 count, no. And I'd say Akira's had it harder than Takeru, Suzumi, Miyako. She's had it harder than all of them. But some have been able to kind of navigate around those family issues better than others. Suzumi and Miyako especially, for various different reasons. And now Takeru lining up Andre for something. Running in, went for a lariat, nobody home. Kicks in the midsection by Andre. Now Andre with those lethal feet just going to work, kicking him right in the face. Now on Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope. Frog splash. Into the cover. 1, 2, no. And you see that kinesio tape on the left shoulder and arm of Takeru. He's still suffering from that attack that his father gave him months back. He's cleared to wrestle. It's not like he gets hit with a body slam, his shoulder's going to fall apart or anything like that, but he's still got some injuries that he's been dealing with. He's still got some numbness a little bit, but he wants to keep fighting, and he says he wants to fight his father at Revelations to save his family's name and reputation. And I admire that wholeheartedly. But he has got to be careful, because we've seen June in this ring before. It's been a long while, but he has wrestled before. And when he did, he was a lethal competitor. More than a lot of people probably thought he would be. And for Takeru, he's got to understand that. He was in the ring with his father at the last Revelations in a tag team match. But this time it will be one-on-one. This time there will be no one else there to back both men up. It's just going to be father versus son at Revelations. Into the cover off the kick by Andre. There's 2, and that's all he's going to get. And Andre, he's not going to stop these kicks. They're effective, so they're going to keep coming. Right hand by Andre, and another one as Takeru tries to come back, and both men going back and forth here in a kerfuffle, a skirmish, a brouhaha, a schmeckledor, but it ends with a kick to the head. But you can see Andre still a little loopy, still trying to clear the cobwebs a little bit, and now Takeru's going to take advantage of that with right hands of his own, and now these chops driving him down, and now look at this. More rights. And I think for Takeru, this is sending a message. As much as he respects Andre Barnett, as much as he respects him as a competitor and maybe even as a man, this is a message to his father more than anything else. Elbow nobody home. And now more strikes coming hot and heavy by Andre Barnett, sending Takeru into the ropes. On the outside, what in the hell is he thinking here? Uh-oh. It is sights. Big drop kick through the middle rope. And these fans are loving every second of it. And now up top. Looking for something here. Missile drop kick. That's what ended the night for for Jay Robertson in the last match. Will it end Takeru's night right here? No, it will not. Went for the knee, nobody home. Went for the kick. And you can see the toll that this match has taken on Andre. He's been bleeding for a while now. You can see his blood on the mat. And Takeru now just using the ropes to get back up to his feet in the corner. But that's not a safe place to go, especially when you're against Andre Barnett. Look at this. Right hand. And now, is he going for the most overused move? No, he's going for the least most overused move. The Frankensteiner from the tippy top. And now Andre back up top. What's he thinking here? Big moonsault. The cover. 1, 2, no. Shoulder up by Takeru. And Takeru is now in trouble. Big kick to the midsection right hand. That combination has worked well for Andre so far in this match, but no. Takeru just a second. You saw him move his arms up. That allowed him just the distance needed to get out of the way of that senton, but as you see, Andre's not giving up. He wants to hit this, and it's the last thing he does. And he gets it. Off the ropes. Forearm nobody home. Takeru now ducked underneath. Big Pele kick. And the cover. That might do it. 2. No. What a match this has been, folks. And honestly, I don't see how you could expect anything less from these two. Two of the best here on Takedown. Going at is now Takeru. Oh, look at this. Takeru's not done. German suplex. And Takeru was a little slow getting up to his feet right there. That might cost him 1, 2, and 2.5. And I was right, but it's easy for me to say being down, being in the booth and not down there with them, to say, go ahead, pin him, stop being slow. But they've taken so much out of each other. It's not shocking to me that Takeru's moving probably a little slower than he did 10 minutes ago. I can fully understand that. See, like there, look at that. He tried to run into the corner and he just couldn't do it. He's too tired. His body's too beaten down. So he's trying to shorten the distance. Big shot. You see he's holding his hand after that shot. It's as hard as he hit him with it. Clothesline, elbow, forearm. That combination. Takeru on fire right now. And again, tries to go to the ropes. But he's too tired. So he opts instead for Gutbuster. Just a tilt-a-whirl Gutbuster. And now frog splash of his own that Andre tried earlier from the middle rope and gets kicked in the head. 1, 2, no. Cue the Bryan Danielson chant for that head kick, because my God. Takeru still doesn't know where he is. Back suplex, no. Atomic drop. And a second one. And one more for good measure. And it is a German right after. 2, no. I don't know how much more these two can take. But that's what gaining momentum into Revelations means to all of these men. Cover, off the knee lift, no. And now what's this? Andre, sunset flip power bomb to the floor. Andre is dead set on winning this thing, folks. That's how far he's willing to go. Andre up top. Waiting. And missile drop kick. And now Andre again. Just continuing to pour the pressure on. And that's what he's got to do against the former world champion. And now, up top. No, not up top. He's calling him up to his feet. I don't know what he's thinking here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Takeru. Oh, no. Takeru with a suplex to the floor. One-upping Andre from earlier when he gave him a sunset flip power bomb to the floor. And now Andre doesn't see it coming, and he got all of it. Takeru got all of that clothesline. And now back inside. Andre catching him and sends him down. And now big kick again by Andre, but it doesn't take Takeru down. Takeru with the Pele again. And he used to do that Pele with bare feet. And you can imagine having bone on bone with those bare feet, what that would do to you if you got cut with it, or even to get cut with it. But however, Takeru's not thinking about that now. He's thinking about going back up top. What's he looking for here? No! The double foot stomp connecting. I thought he got the knees up. Didn't get it in time. 1, 2, no! What a match we are seeing right here. And again, both of these men have had impressive showings here in this match, but Andre looking to finish it. No. Wait a minute. I'm Pele a third time. And Andre didn't see it coming. And now can he hit it? Path of the Warrior. 1, 2, 3. It only took 1 split second for Takeru to take advantage and get the win here. Look at this. Big Pele. Probably the sixth or seventh, fifth or sixth one. But that Path of the Warrior did it. And Takeru gets the win. But don't take anything away from Andre Barnett, because he gave it his all tonight. And now Takeru can look forward to his fight at Revelations 10 and hopefully settling this thing with his father once and for all. One can only hope. Our big tag team match is coming up next. So we're going to see who from the tradition James Dark decided to put in a tag team. It could be any combination of Arcan, Kenshin, and BB Disco, or it may be a new person we have no idea about. We don't know what James has been doing other than, sending Arcan out to spill Zach's dirty laundry, which, again, if you just joined us, the match is now official for Revelations. It will be Jamal Bedlam and Arcan in a last man standing match. But right now, we are getting into our next matchup, and obviously you can tell who James Dark selected for the team in BB Disco. And of course, BB still dancing his way to the ring. And a lot of people, as you can hear, there's some cheers and there's some boos, because despite what BB has done and who he's aligned himself with, this man is still BB freaking Disco. He's still one of the most legendary names in this community. It's hard for people to not like this man. But he has clearly shown where his allegiance lies with the tradition, with James Stark, with Arcan, with Danny Gibbons, and ironically enough, with one of his arch rivals in Kenshin. James Dark obviously said or did something to convince BB Disco to be a part of this group. And it's a hell of a coup, I gotta admit, for James Dark to get BB Disco on board. And well, I said it, but my God, this is actually happening. Kenshin and BB Disco are going to actually team up in this match. Now, I'm not going to do the usual Fed trope and give you a spiel about why I don't think this is going to be a good idea for these two, but so instead I'm going to give you a more realistic option here and tell you why it might be a good thing that this is happening, because these two are veterans. These two can, in my opinion, I feel like these two men can set their differences aside for the cause, especially Kenshin. I mean, why wouldn't he? And you have to remember, these two have been in this business, in this game, for a very long time. They had to, at some point, put their egos aside, and that's exactly what they are doing here tonight. And their opponents have been thorns in the side of the tradition for months now. And this man, you can say, has been on the front lines of this war with the tradition in JT Onyx, a man who grew up in this business, who wanted to be a wrestler after seeing Zack Stone compete, modeled after him, at least in some aspects, but took to his own approach to it, made it all his own in a sense. And JT Onyx has really broken out into his own man ever since, but he's also not naive and realizes the danger that he feels the tradition pose to this brand. I mean, it all, again, you know the story by now, but I'll just reiterate it. JT was approached by Kenshin in the backstage area a few months ago and was asked, Kenshin asked him, "Hey, can I give you some advice, kid? Can I, help you out?" And JT was defiant and said, "No, I don't need your help. I don't need another old veteran telling me how to do my job." And that's where things kind of escalated. And here is the return of Billy Edmonds to active DCA competition. I'll admit right now, I have not spoken to this. The first time today was the first time in years I had spoken to Billy Edmonds. But this is a long time coming for him. He has been a DCA guy since day one. He entered into this business, into this company on day one, and now he is finally back home where he belongs. He had a stint in UWL for a little while, feeling like nobody wanted him back here, felt like he was being ghosted here. And I understand his sentiments completely. I understand where he's coming from. But obviously, at Gateway to Heaven, Zack Stone must have reached out to him to give him a helping hand when they were fighting the tradition off, when they were trying to interfere in the world title match. One thing led to another, and now we have Billy Edmonds back in the fold. And I don't know how that's going to affect the tradition's plans. I don't know how that's going to affect this tag match. But either way, it is underway. BB Disco kicking it off with JT Onyx. And what a moonsault. And again, of course, tonight's main event is coming up in just a matter of moments. We will see 4 of the men in the Devil's 30-30 at Revelations going in a 4-way match tonight. And all of the men in that match are going to be looking for momentum heading in to that big matchup. A matchup, by the way, we still don't know what that exactly entails, that match, but at some point we will know what this match is and how it will affect Sly Cooper potentially retaining the title if he does so. And now, JT using his speed, his quickness to his advantage. The tag made into Kenshin, and we're back where we started with this feud between Kenshin and JT Onyx. And the referee obviously trying to maintain order. Robin Charleston, he's going to have a hell of a time in there with 4 men who obviously want to get their hands on each other in the worst way possible here. I mean, JT's already enough of a hothead, but you got Billy Edmonds in there too, and you're just asking for trouble. Edmonds just watching as JT takes Kenshin's leg apart, and that's a smart move because if you take out the leg, you take out the boot to head technique, and that is one of Kenshin's signature moves. And now Billy Edmonds in. And again, I can't be happier for Billy back here in DCA after being gone for so long. But he's got a purpose now, and maybe that's what he was searching for all along. He was searching for a reason to come back to DCA, and now he has a reason to come back, and that is fighting off the tradition from DCA. And now off the top, big leg drop. And the cover, 1, 2, no, just a 1 count. And again, this is very interesting with Billy Edmonds coming back. Billy Edmonds and Kenshin, was a formidable part of the Celestial title picture back in the first year of DCA. And now Kenshin with the backbreakers. And the thing is, I don't think Billy necessarily came back for the money. I think he came back to help Zach as a favor to him. And again, the history of Zach and Billy, they've known each other a while. JT and Billy, not so much. But I don't think that matters right now as you see BB Disco just wrenching at the neck of Onyx. And now BB Disco with the theatrics as usual drops the leg. And now roll up by JT. Nope. Trying to catch him off guard. But it's going to be hard to do that against a veteran like BB Disco. Like I said, JT's Onyx is going to have to hit something that BB wasn't expecting maybe. And now on the apron is BB Disco. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Back suplex on the apron of the ring. And now JT, what is he thinking here? Slamming him on the apron. I thought he was going to send him back in the ring, but obviously not. And now to both men on the floor. And sends JT's head into the apron. And now JT trying to get some momentum back and sends BB back in the ring. And now look at this. GTS into the German suplex. Oh, but BB's right back up. And now BB wrenching on the arm of JT Onyx. No. Right hand, no. And now in the corner. Kicks the leg. Very nice, very smart strategy on behalf of JT Onyx. JT, sheer drop, brainbuster, and now tags in Billy Edmonds. Edmonds looking to pick the bones, maybe. Irish whip. Duck down. Leapfrog. And a big boot. And now the tide seems to be turning. Oh, both men went for knees. Both men collided with each other. And now BB has got Billy Edmonds for a backbreaker again. And now big kick. Billy doesn't go down. Billy, look at the strength. No, nobody there. Big reverse DDT. He tried to play the strength game, and he didn't win. And now just getting pummeled in the corner. Pummeled in the Traditions corner. And you're not going to see Danny Gibbons and James Dark right here. This is just a standard 2-on-2 matchup, as now again, right back. Kenshin gets right back in control. All right, now right hand and another one. And now Kenshin just methodically picking Billy apart now. As you see, he's looking to end it here. Look at this. Backbreaker into the boot to head technique. But JT quickly breaking that up. He knew that if he didn't break that up, this match would have been over. And now BB Disco back in. Takes Billy Edmonds and just clobbers him, I should say. Irish whip in the corner, big kick. No, clothesline. It's like Billy absorbed it or something. Right hand, but it doesn't take BB Disco down. And now, Gourd Buster. And tagging in JT again. Out, ran into a kick. JT Onyx trying to keep the pressure on. But for how much longer? Oh, look at that. I don't know if that was on instinct or on purpose, but he got out of the way of whatever JT was looking for. Neck breaker. And now, look at this. Oh, this is one of BB's signature moves, but it's also maybe a slap in the face to Zach Stone with the Koji clutch, but there's a roll through code breaker. And oh no, Kenshin breaking it up quickly. What a tag team match we're seeing right here. And now BB, no, forearm by JT. Uh-oh, JT. Hooking the legs, you know what this means. Life to lifeless. And the cover. 1, 2, no! At 2.5, BB Disco kicks out. And again, that's just the resilience of BB Disco that he's shown throughout his entire career, and JT Onyx should know that very well. If he thought this was going to be some walk in the park, then he is sadly mistaken. There's a cover by Billy Edmonds. No! Now Edmonds up top. What's he thinking here? BB Disco trying to get back to his feet. And a big clothesline. Edmonds now sending BB into the corner. No, forearm, or excuse me, an elbow. And now both men going back and forth, but BB Disco gets the advantage with a drop kick. And now Kenshin tag back in. And this is just, oh my God. Oh, he's back up. He didn't appreciate that boot. That's a boot that Kenshin would throw. be all things considered. Big power slam and the cover. That might do it for Billy Edmonds here. No. Again, these two men were staples in the Celestial title picture a number of years ago. And honestly, all four of these men could be in that battle royal for the title shot at the title shot at the 13-year anniversary. All four of them could. And you know for a fact that if Kenshin or BB Disco had the opportunity, they would. But in Kenshin's case, he's already got a match lined up. He's in the Devil's 30-30 for the Celestial title, and that's the reason he's not in that Fatal 4-Way in the main event tonight, because he's in that match. The other three men, BB Disco, Billy Edmonds, and JT Onyx, could all end up in that battle royal. And now look at the teamwork here from Disco and Kenshin. Again, a theme I never thought I would hear with how intense the rivalry between BB and Kenshin has been. But again, I think they are putting their differences aside for the sake of the tradition, of James Dark's tradition. But BB Disco and JT Onyx, as I was saying before, they are in that ladder, I should keep saying ladder because I'm thinking of the tag team titles. They're in that battle royal at Revelations for the world title shot. And you have to think Billy Edmonds will probably find his way there as well, if I'm a betting man. Kenshin, however, he could once again hold the Celestial title if he wins that Devil's 30-30. There's a good shot that he could walk out as the Celestial champion again. He's done it before. He's done it, I believe, twice before, as a matter of fact. And now JT just taking it to Kenshin. He wants to send a message. Uh-oh. And it looks like he just might do it with this submission hold. Look at this. Submission locked in, but no. BB Disco breaking it up. And now went for the moonsault, and Kenshin got out of the way. And there's a forearm. And immediately, not even letting JT get to his corner before he gets back on the attack. That's the veteran presence of Kenshin that's made him a legend, that's made him a champion all around the world. And again, that's what makes this tradition group so damn dangerous and so polarizing. I mean, you have a group of five, whether you like them or you don't, five of the greatest names to ever enter this business, all in one faction, all in one group, all for one common goal. And whether you like their attitude or you don't, you have to respect their body of work. All of them, former or current, in Kenshin's case, world champions. All of them traveled around the world, has done it all, seen it all. And they're all in one collective here in DCA. That's a hell of a coup to have on your roster. But for people like JT and people like Billy, they just, it's not that they don't respect people like BB Disco. It's not that at all. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Big buckle bomb in the corner. That could do it. Oh, no. Kenshin again breaking it up. And BB trying to get back to his feet. But I don't know how he's feeling anything at all after that buckle bomb. But again, don't take anything away from BB Disco. What a forearm. And BB Disco, again, just when you think he's down, he comes right back. That is what this man has always been about. And I was saying, for people like JT and BB, it's JT and Billy, excuse me, it's not that they don't respect Kenshin and BB or any of the tradition members. It's the fact that they just don't want to be told what to do. Oh my God, boot to head technique. That's it. 1, 2, no, Billy Edmonds breaks it up, and he had to. That was it. JT Onyx was not going to kick out of that. That was a close range boot to the skull. And he kicked out of it. And now JT on the arm. How JT is still functioning right now after getting kicked that hard from that close range is astounding to me. But he's still continuing to push. And now Billy Edmonds, Billy Edmonds caught him. Caught him with the double underhook pile driver. But Kenshin immediately breaks it up. And Edmonds now tagging in JT. Oh, BB's back up. BB Disco's back up. And gives him a backbreaker. And BB Disco, he cannot know where he is. Oh my God! JT caught Kenshin immediately with a knee and then a fisherman buster. And now, Blue Thunder Bomb. Shades of Kenshin right there. And Kenshin not appreciating it. And so he catches him with a DDT. To say that there is bad blood between JT Onyx and Kenshin would be an understatement. These two men do not like each other at all. And now BB gets caught with a Blue Thunder Bomb as well. And now Billy Edmonds tagged back in and a clothesline to BB Disco. And a leg drop. Billy Edmonds, how great would it be for him to come back to his first official DCA match back and beat either one of these men? Be a hell of a feather in the cap, that's for sure. But it's easier said than done, as you have seen throughout this matchup. It's not going to be an easy thing to do to take either one of these men out. And now DDT. And the cover. But JT this time is the one to break things up. BB Disco tagged back in. And now going from behind, but no, Billy Edmonds catching him and sends him out to the apron. Edmonds now. Back suplex on the apron. Kenshin obviously beside himself, but he can't do anything about it. He's not the legal man. Edmonds now back in the ring hearing Kenshin's trash talk, and he's not going to stand for it. He feels like if one's good for one, then it's good for the other. And now BB Disco taking advantage. But Billy Edmonds coming back with a lariat. And now Billy Edmonds with a choke slam. And now BB Disco out on the outside, and Kenshin's getting those hands. And now going right back to BB, but that's all the time he needed. Sends him back around the corner. And now BB Disco taking full advantage. Now JT Onyx back in. Kenshin is still out. Oh, wait, BB Disco. Wait a minute. No. Went for the TKO and he gets countered. Was in the ring and he got caught out of it. Unable to help his partner, and he gets another life to lifeless. 1, 2, 3. What a match this was, but at the end of the day, Billy Edmonds and JT Onyx were able to withstand the tradition at least for one night. But you know for a fact, and they know for a fact, that this war is far, far from over.
And the blood will dry underneath my nails, and the wind will rise up to fill my sails. So you can doubt and you can hate, but I know no matter what it takes, I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home, I'm coming home.
This is DCA Takedown, episode 231, and yes, indeed, we are closing in on Revelations 10 coming up next month, hopefully, and it is going to be a huge card. I mean, we've had big Revelations cards before, but in terms of this one, it might be one of the biggest we've ever done. And we're going to go through some of the matches that are confirmed right now. You're listening to Crazier by Boa from her self-titled album. It is available wherever music is sold and streamed. Let's get into this card, folks. Tag team titles are on the line. MJCO, the Suplex Roses, American Obsession, and the Hated Gates. Tag titles on the line in a ladder match. This one was made official tonight. Last Man Standing, Jamal Bedlam and Arcan. It's going to be a brutal war between those two. The Rumble Roses match. Winner gets a challenge, the Wildcats champion on the 13-year anniversary show. Those are just 4 of the names that are going to be in the match. The Ace and the Status Quo. Zach Stone putting his Revelation streak and his VW World title shot on the line against James Dark. And you're listening to Legend by OnLap, this other official theme for Revelations, available wherever music is sold and streamed. Let's get into the rest of this show. The Takedown Battle Royal, I talked about it throughout this night. The winner gets a shot at whoever leaves Revelations as the world champion on the 13-year anniversary special. Battle Pro World title, this was made official. Gorilla Black, Claudio Dragonheart, John Blackos, and Tyler Parks all fighting for the Battle Pro World title. This one's official as well. Trinity, Yuki Mori, the Diamonds title on the line. Can Yuki finally free Trinity from the Lotus Collective? We're going to find out at Revelations. Goddess title on the line. Megan Van Horn, the American Goddess, takes on True Conviction Amber Stevens, who's looking for one more reign as a champion. This one's official. Takeru Yukimura, Jun Yukimura, father versus son. Can Takeru break his father free from Izunami's control? And then our triple main event. Queen versus Goddess. The Blood Queen, Beatrix Decker, puts the Wildcats title on the line against the Gateway to Heaven ladder match winner, the War Goddess Nicole Natasha. A rematch from Redemption. Can Nicole become a 2-time Wildcats champion, or will Beatrix once again put another woman away? We'll find out. We're going to see who is the face of Takedown as the world champion, the Bad Seed, Dante Styles, puts his title on the line against the Dark Side Hero and Gateway to Heaven ladder match winner, James Needham. We heard from these two on the last Takedown. Who will leave as the world heavyweight champion? We find out at Revelations 10, but then you want to talk about the biggest match we could possibly do? You got to talk about this one right here. This one is going to be one for the ages. The pretty little psycho Eve Heron and the dishonored Akira Yukimura. The first time these two have ever stepped foot in a ring together. There are no rules. There's no one else to get involved. It's just these two. One-on-one at Revelations for the first time ever. It's going to be a hell of a fight. And that's not even all the matches that are going to be taking place on this show. There's going to be a lot more that we're going to announce here just in a little while. So you got to just, wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. We still got time. We got about a month or so before this show comes on. So, give it time. We got some surprises lined in. I'll just say that. I got some surprises in store. So get ready. We're coming at you with Revelations 10, the biggest Revelation show in our history, bar none, guaranteed. But now we are getting set for our main event of the evening. And it is this is a Devil's 30-30 preview match. The four men that you're seeing here are going to all compete for the Celestial Championship at Revelations 10. And one of the men here, Jiraiya Raju, a former Celestial Champion in his own right, and a man who a lot of people have seemed to turn a corner on in these last couple of months. A man who's made a lot of mistakes, a man who has aligned himself with a lot of horrible people. As you hear the crowd, they are actually on this man's side. Something I never thought I'd ever hear, but Jiraiya, I think, has been humbled over these last few years to the point where people want to see him succeed genuinely. No shortcuts, no groups behind him, just him on his own. And then there's this man, Steven Zane, one of the most unique individuals in VWU. You talk about a man who, honestly, I don't know what word you can use to properly describe him, but he has a hell of a shot of leaving as the Celestial Champion. The sick boy himself. Look at him. Look at this man. Look, there's nothing behind those eyes. And if there is something behind those eyes, I don't know what it is. Look at him. Look at that. The only thing that man is thinking about right now is who he's going to hurt. But speaking of hurting people, here's a man who cannot be in a good mood. Luka Khan making his way out to the ring. A man who's been in this company before. But again, he cannot be in a good mood because he was defeated at UWL Condemned to lose both of his world championships to Jamal Bedlam. Of course, Alexis Voon was able to win the UWL Charge World Championship on night 2. But for Luka Khan, he does not want that loss to go unpunished. But the fourth man in this match also has a bone to pick with Luka Khan. And a former UWL Charge World Champion. In fact, the man that Luka Khan beat to win that title, if I'm not mistaken. Here he comes now. Jeremy Paisley. A man who came close at Gateway to Heaven to getting that briefcase but unfortunately was unsuccessful in doing so. But now he has another opportunity at Revelations 10 to become Celestial Champion. And it's going to be even sweeter if he can make sure that Luka Khan doesn't become Celestial Champion. But Paisley, the one thing he wants more than anything else is to make sure that Luka Khan gets what's coming to him. And it could begin tonight in this match. Jiraiya Raju, Steven Zane, Luka Khan, and Jeremy Paisley. Fatal 4-way. Here we go, our main event for Takedown episode 231, folks. And this might be a hard one to call, but I'll do my best. Again, these four men, along with Kenshin and Sly Cooper, will be in the Devil's 30-30 at Revelations. We still don't know exactly what that match entails. However, we will know at some point, we will know what that match is. As Jiraiya went for a leg lace on Steven Zane, nothing doing there. And hanging up, and now you knew that was going to happen, but Paisley going after Jiraiya, who was trying to get in the middle. You know Paisley doesn't want anyone getting in the middle of his revenge on Luka Khan, and he's showing it right here. Take it out, Jiraiya. And now Steven Zane, of course, he would be the first one to try and grab a weapon from under the ring. The sick boy himself, he won't even hesitate. And now take it out, Luka Khan. Paisley is going to take every single advantage to get his shots in on Luka Khan that he can. He's not going to waste a second. If he's got a second to take Luka Khan out, he's going to do it. Keep an eye on that during this match, by the way, because he will take advantage of every opportunity. And Luka Khan at the same time is going to take every advantage that he can to make sure Jeremy Paisley doesn't make it to Revelations. And now, Steven Zane fighting it out with Jiraiya Raju. Powerbomb and a forearm by Paisley on the Luka. And now half and half suplex, dumping him on his head. But here comes Steven Zane again. At the end of the day, whether Paisley wants revenge and Luka wants vengeance, this is still one fall to a finish. So somebody's got to win and get the momentum heading into Revelations. That's what this match is about at the end of the day. Luka now with the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, as now Jiraiya on the outside of the ring with a pump handle slam. And now Luka with a big lariat. And the cover as Paisley got sent into the steps. And now Luka with the strikes. Back elbow by Steven Zane. Meanwhile, Paisley and Jiraiya going at it on the outside. Again, the pinfall has to happen in the ring. There's a knee, and Paisley quickly in to break it up because he knew he does not want Luka Khan to win this match. Uh-oh, oh no. But he may have run into the Lion's Den with a Gotch-style pile driver. But Jiraiya breaking that up. How bad would that have been for Jeremy Paisley if he ended up losing like that? But fortunately, Jiraiya Raji was right there to break it up. He didn't do it for Paisley. He did it for himself, but regardless of that, oh, Paisley's right back up. And now Steven Zane with a kick. No, counter, no. Roll through, big right hand by Jiraiya. And Jiraiya gets a chair shot, and then Luka gets a chair shot. And again, Jeremy Paisley swinging that chair. He's used to it. Oh, but now the sleeper hold by the rear naked choke by Luka that Paisley quickly breaks up. Again, it has been, oh, wait a minute now. Luka caught with a submission on Paisley. Heel hook on Paisley, but Paisley kicks his way free. It has been just 100 miles an hour from the moment the bell rang. And now Jiraiya with a knee trying to take advantage, but now Paisley rolls him up. One. No, just a 1 count. And now Steven Zane, PK, takes out Paisley. 1. Only a 1 count. Meanwhile, Luka Khan has got Jiraiya all tied up in the ropes and kicks him out of the ring. And he landed right on that chair. Did you see how he landed on that chair? And now Luka Khan gonna take advantage. While everybody's down, rear naked choke. He's got it locked in. Jiraiya. What the hell's Jiraiya doing? Oh. I don't know what he was looking for there. And now Luka Khan again trying to steal it. I don't blame Luka Khan trying to steal it, considering that the other 2 men were distracted with each other. DDT on the chair. And now Steven Zane with a drop kick. That's how important this matchup is. That's how important Revelations 10 is to all of these men. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Path to redemption on the Jiraiya. Cover. No, Steven immediately broke it up. I don't even think that got a 1 count before Steven broke it up. And now Luka Khan again going after Paisley, like I said. He will not hesitate to take Jeremy Paisley out at any opportunity, but then he gets taken out with a chair. And now Jiraiya, I wouldn't call him the sentimental favorite by any stretch, but he's one man that a lot of the fans are starting to get behind, like I said before. And now Jiraiya's got a chair, but Luka Khan stopping that. Now Jiraiya with a few elbows. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Not a path to redemption again on the chair this time. But he doesn't see Luka Khan. He was right there. There's no way he was getting a pin. Oh, no. Oh, no. Fishman Buster on the chair. And now Steven Zane going to try and take advantage. We don't see much of Steven Zane here in DCA for reasons. However, he's a hell of a talent. I'll say that much. And now again, it is back to, oh wait, never mind. Steven Zane trying to steal it. I was going to say it's back to Paisley and Luka, but just when you say that, the other 2 men just want to try and stop that immediately. And now tilt-a-whirl DDT, springboard style. And now neck breaker on the Paisley. And just Luka just threw a kendo stick right in the face of Steven Zane. Might have disoriented him, obviously. It would disorient me if I got whacked in the face from that distance. And now, Jiraiya gets a right hand. Jiraiya with a forearm. And now, Jesus! Luka Khan got a chair thrown right in his face. And this is the kind of war that these these 4 men are willing to do tonight. And I can tell you right now, the Devils 30-30, there will be no disqualifications in that as well with 6 men involved. So we could see this kind of brutality again. There's a German on the chair and Steven Zane breaking it up. And now, all 4 pairing off. What the hell? Jiraiya with a Dominator. Oh, but that was unique. Breaking it up in the midst of the move. I have never seen Jiraiya hit a Dominator before, but I guess it's the first time for everything. And now Luka with the chair. And Jiraiya just knocked it out of his hands. Jiraiya Raju, again, he is showing why he didn't need anybody to back him up all these years ago. He's doing it the hard way. Fisherman Buster by Luka Khan. No. This matchup continuing as now Luka Khan went for the lariat. Steven Zane got out of the way. And now pairing off, but again, it goes all the way back to Luka and Jeremy. Big kick by Steven Zane. This has been a hell of a war, but that's what Revelations is all about, folks. Big enziguri. And we are not done yet. We still have a few more takedowns to go before the big event. And the next episode of Takedown, I can already confirm a few matches for the card, and it's shaping up to be a hell of a night. We're going to have one more qualifier for the tag team title ladder match. We already know that. Poison Rana by Paisley. Here comes Luka Khan, and Luka with a stomp. We already know Too Wicked and the Punk movement have already moved on. We're going to find out the final team, or its final 2 teams, or the final team, I should say, because the KBC are in. Obviously, it's the champions. Too Wicked are in, and the Punk movement are in. We only got one more team left. And that will be determined on the next episode, when the Lagoon Company take on the Real Wrestling Throwbacks. Plus, we heard from him earlier, Varl Graythorne is going to have a #1 contenders match for the Burnout title, but he's got to go through former world champion Zaya Steele to get there. We're going to have another 4-way just like this one, except this time it's going to feature the men who will be competing, in the Takedown Battle Royal at Revelations 10, and a huge matchup, John Blackos and Tyler Parks, 1-on-1. That is all happening on the next episode of Takedown. A big night on that episode for sure. So, again, if you haven't yet, please do us a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell for all notifications, because we are coming in hot here. We had a little bit of a break for personal reasons, but we're about to come back real strong through the rest of this season, folks. So you might want to stay tuned. As now, Steven Zane putting the pressure on him in his own right, but and now Luka Khan again going after Paisley. And Steven Zane with the kendo stick. But Luka Khan is going to take advantage again. But Jiraiya breaking it up. And Steven Zane getting out of it. Double foot stomp avoided. I'll tell you right now, this has been a violent match. But that's exactly what these men are willing to do to put themselves through. Big drop kick. Leg drop by Paisley. Knee drop by Steven Zane on the outside. But now Paisley's got Steven with a gut buster. And now everybody's on the floor. And this is going to get nasty. Everybody beating the hell out of each other on the outside of the ring. Luka sending Paisley into the ring post, and then Jiraiya sending Luka into the barricade. I mean, how are these four men going to even be in any condition to compete at Revelations at this rate? That's my question. And now, Paisley again going after Luka. He is not going to let up on Luka Khan for a second. Oh, God! Steven Zane putting his body on the line as you would expect. DDT. I don't know who's going to win this thing, to be honest with you. Powerbomb on the floor. And now Luka Khan with the heel hook. But it doesn't matter on the floor. The match has to be won in the ring. He can wrench all he wants to. Even if Luka got a tap out, it wouldn't have mattered. But Luka Khan's the last man standing for now. And Paisley again trying to do his damnedest to go after Luka Khan. Oh, wait a minute. Luka Khan. No! Steven counters. Wait a minute. Path to Redemption on the floor. My God. And a steel chair by Paisley, but then Luka Khan with a suicide dive. And now Jiraiya Raju has got Luka Khan in the ring, and he's going to give him a taste of his own medicine. But Luka Khan, if there's anyone that can get out of holds like that, it's him. Uh-oh, oh no. Oh, went for the gut-style pile driver, but Luka Khan got Jiraiya thrown at him to break it up. And now wrenching the arm. And the cover, but Steven Zane right there to break it up. And now look out. Steven Zane rolled through into the power bomb. Super kick. Luka Khan, big elbow, catching Paisley. I don't know if that was his intended target, but now it's down to Zane and Luka in the ring. And Luka Khan, oh wait, no, with a gosh-style pile driver, but Steven Zane able to counter it. Irish whip. And Zane gets kicked. Meanwhile, Jiraiya taking it to Paisley on the floor. A kendo stick just got broken over the back of Steven Zane. And then, oh wait, no, low bridged. Oh, but Luka's right back up, and he did not like that one bit. And Steven Zane's challenging him to get back in the ring. Meanwhile, Jiraiya Raju with an impaler on the floor. Uh-oh. Gosh-style pile driver hits all of it. Gosh-style pile driver. 2, and Jiraiya breaks it up. I did not think Jiraiya was going to get there in time, but he did. And now hanging up. Oh, but Steven Zane! The knee out of nowhere. 2, no! I don't know who is going to win this match right now. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Jiraiya has got Paisley for a dominator. But now Steven Zane. No, wait. Jiraiya, what a feel-good moment it would be for Jiraiya to win this thing on his own. No shortcuts, no cheap shots. Just Jiraiya on his own. And maybe that's what he needed to do all along. Jiraiya now. Sidewalk slam. Meanwhile, Paisley's taking it to Luka Khan on the outside. This might be the best chance for either Steven Zane or Jiraiya Raju to win this thing while the two rivals are going at it. And now, Jiraiya's got Steven Zane by the neck. I don't think it's the first time somebody's had Steven Zane by the neck. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Path to redemption. Meanwhile, a crossface on the other side. Paisley finally gets there to break it up. He was kicking for all he's worth. And now Steven Zane, no. Paisley able to counter. And now Steven going after Luka Khan, but that distraction cost him back suplex. Again, that's what I was saying. That tunnel vision on getting revenge on Luka is going to cost Paisley here. It might cost him tonight. It might cost him at Revelations 10. Steven Zane countering Luka. Oh, but runs into the sling blade. And the drop kick by Paisley. But he doesn't see Luka Khan. Luka again going after Paisley. Oh, but wait a minute. Wait a minute, Steven Zane. Crunchy. Hit Luka Khan with the crunchy, but no, Paisley and Jiraiya on the outside. Luka Khan forearm to Steven Zane. And now Jiraiya catching Luka Khan on the back end, and he's giving him them hands. But now Paisley with a... Oh my God, Steven Zane! And now steel chair, no. Jiraiya able to, oh, what the hell is Jiraiya doing now? Power bomb on the chair. And now another chair by Luka Khan, but it is absolute pandemonium to end things on Takedown tonight, folks. Another poison Rana. And if you're Sly Cooper, you're probably in the back or you're probably somewhere smiling from ear to ear at these four men damn near killing each other in this match. Because these four have got to compete in less than a month or around about that time frame for your title in a match where you don't even know what the rules exactly are yet. And Steven Zane got hit with a steel chair. That might do it. Luka Khan, no. And now from behind, German suplex, but Steven able to break it up. Luka is willing to do anything it takes. Oh, what the hell? Oh, what the hell? Oh. I don't know what that was about. Uh-oh, oh no. Oh no, Gotch down pile driver on the Jiraiya. Missed the Insigiri, but still was able to break it up. And a drop kick. Takes down Luka Khan. Steven Zane on the ropes. Jeremy Paisley does not want Luka Khan to win this thing. Chair to the back of the head. And a chair to the head of Paisley. Steven Zane is like a man possessed. Oh, wait a minute. Big lariat. Jiraiya has no clue what's happening. He just sees Paisley is going after him. And now there's the knee bar. And Luka Khan can take advantage right here. And that's exactly what he does. Luka Khan takes advantage of the chaos as usual. And he gets the bounce back win that he needed. There's that knee that softened him up. Jiraiya was on the other side of the ring as Luka Khan with the heel hook, locking it in, and Steven Zane had no choice but to tap out. This man, Luka Khan's on a mission to win gold and bring it back to the end, and he could do so at Revelations 10. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. We will see you on Wildcats. Good night, everybody.